a flying by the seat of the pants kind of day. I am updating software as we do this. It doesn't want to update because OBS is obviously running. So we're going to have to go without alerts again today. Can we deal with that? That's the problem. I've spent part of yesterday. Now, I'm not going to lie, I didn't spend a whole lot of time trying to figure out why alerts didn't work on Monday. There were letters, there were email, there were actual letters people sent about it, wanting to their money back, even though they didn't. It's free. Yeah. So let's. We're just gonna do it. No more. No alerts today. Somehow we'll get past this. I don't know. I think the latency might be fixed. Let's see here. I'm trying to log on to the actual feed here and see how far back we are. All right, I see me. I hear me. I can't be that far back if I can see me because it was like 20 minutes on Monday. All right. So hopefully that the delay is worked out because that was the worst part. That was even worse than no alerts. All right. Well, we had a good day on Monday. We had the first day of the playoffs last night. You know what? I didn't watch the Dodger game. They were hitting a bunch of home runs. Let's just take a peek at that first. I don't even know what this. I'm assuming they won last night. 10-5. Yeah. Well, I mean, give it 5 runs. Red Sox Yankee game was okay. I mean, I don't know. I was kind of rooting for both teams to be swallowed up by the earth. Cubs, Padres. I'm rooting for the Padres, but I don't really care. And then the Detroit Cleveland game. That was a freaking fantastic game. I don't know how many people watch that, but I'm guessing most people that are watching this watch that. That was a great game. First of all, day playoff baseball is the best. It was a quick game too. And let's see, what was the time of game on that bad boy? I think all of them were relatively quick, except for probably the Boston Yankees game, because they think they're a little bit too important. 2:34 for a playoff game. That is very fast. What was the the Yankees? 3:04. Okay, I'll take it. 3:04 for a Yankees Red Sox game in the playoffs. I mean, 10 years ago, that's a guaranteed 4.5 hour game. You know, Manfred's a POS. I will say the pitch clock, absolutely a game changer. I love it. We don't have ghost runners in the playoffs, which is I love it during the regular season. So I'm glad we don't have it though in the playoffs. The bigger bases have done nothing. Like, why are we still playing with the bigger bases? Why don't we just go back to the regular old bases? The throwing over to first, okay, I'm okay with it. It's cut down. These bigger bases have done nothing. Yeah, it was a good day of playoff baseball. Really, none of my teams won that I was rooting for. But it was a fun day of baseball. So we got that coming up again. Right about when we wrap up, that Tigers Cleveland game will start. But with that being said, let's go ahead and start our dailies. We killed it on Monday. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can barely see that. 3-0 start with a home run We've got a 10-game hitting streak. Why is that so scawampus? I'm not going to go in and fix that right now, although that's really bugging me. I'm not going to lie. Why is the 10? All right, hold on. That is going to bug me. I am not going to lie. So we're going to have to fix that. This will just take a second, but we're going to have to fix it. The hardest part is finding said scene first. What is it even called? Record sheets. We're going to go here. Modern era streak. I thought I could just tap it. Nope. I can't do that apparently. All right, well, it's staying that way for today. I'm not going to look at it. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. See what we can do. I don't know what the over-under is for this week. We'll just go with our usual 7.5. All right, catchers. We've got Etchebarren and Tichnitsky. Etchebarren, I feel like we had last week, but that's not going to help me. I'm an idiot. Let me get my cheat sheet out here. We got Jays, Red Sox, and Cardinals so far this week. So those are off the table. Tichnitsky is a great name to say. Etchebarren's a great name to say. Did you play with extra first base? I don't know what that means. I think, I feel like in one of the games on Monday, we might have chosen first base. I feel like maybe it was that Cardinals game. Was it the Cardinals? It might have been the Cardinals game where we got like Stan Musial or somebody, the only person on the team that would have helped us. But that's how we got to 3-0. We were too unlucky, I think. Oh, okay. Etchebarren is that catcher with the big eyebrows, so we like him. Trying to remember. All I can see is Don Mossy. I don't know why. I'm going to go with the Tiger. And maybe these are playoff team. No, Jays, Red Sox. Oh, wait, no, the Cardinals aren't the playoffs. I thought I had broken the code for this week. I thought it was all playoff teams. All right, let's just go Tigers. No. All right, let's go pitchers. Ooh, we got Dave McNally and Jim Kaat. All right. I am pretty sure. Is that Jim or Dave McNally? I don't even remember what I just said. I want to say that is Orioles. And Jim Kaat. Now, see, Jim Kaat I think of as a Twin, and I don't know if that's because if he broadcast for them or what. I am not sure which Kitty Kaat. Let's go with the Twins just 'cause. Hey-oh! I reach for the alert. Just pretend I'm Big Al and I hit dingers. Or just Dave McNally. And it was the Orioles. Look at that. I got both the teams. I got them both. August 3rd, 1969, Reese pinch hit slam ends McNally's streak by Stu Thornley. 1969, 5-2. This was a 2-hour and 44-minute game. This was the one part that we suffered. There, we're back on the proper track. 4 minutes away. That counts as a win. We got a 5-minute window. I think it used to be 10, but we've gotten too good at this game. It's a 5-minute window. All right, let's see here. Anyone else on the Orioles? Frank Robinson would have obviously helped. Boog Powell would have helped. Brooks Robinson would have helped. David Johnson probably would have helped. Mark Belanger would have helped. McNally is what got me to the O's. And then the Twins, this guy would have helped for sure. This guy, if we would have chosen first, would have helped. This guy would have helped. Tom Tichnitsky. How do they not have a pronunciation guide for this guy that's got 3 vowels in his 12-letter name? I mean, I think we nailed it, but no. You can't have an over-under that's a whole number. I don't know a lot about gambling. But if we go 8-1, then we're right on the over-under. Then there's no over or under. So it's got to be like 7.5, which is what I usually set it at. Then if we get 8, then we win. If we go 7, then we lose. Or you can make it 7.48, 7.75. It's just, it can't be a whole number. But our goal is to win 8 or 9 a week. And I think we're pretty good at that. Tichnitsky did not play a whole lot. Backup catcher. Not even really a backup catcher. He's like the 3rd catcher. How long did he play in the minors? He played in the minors for a good bit. Retired before he was 30. I wonder, let's see, does he have I'm curious now. I just want to know, what did Tom do after baseball? Did he do anything? Oh, no, he died. Oh, he died last year at age 79. R.I.P. Anything here? Maybe Twins trivia will give us a little bit fuller version. Survived. No, apparently he did nothing. He quit baseball, and then he just sat around the house. I feel you, Tom. All right. I got to update. Got to update the scores. 7.5. That's a good. It's a 7.5 is a good. It's a good over under. All right. Let's see here. We did not hit a home run, but we did continue the streak. That's an 11-game hit streak. We're doing some serious work here. All right. Next game. We can go catcher. I love it. Ooh, we got Ron Hassey and a Castillo. I'm not sure which Castillo that is. Now, Ron Hassey played for approximately 43 major league teams, which I know you're like, oh, there's not that many. That's how many teams he played for. I'm wondering if this is a no-hitter. He caught a couple, one of which was, I think he caught X. Did he maybe catch X? Oh, wait, I got to put down, see, I don't even remember what, it was the Orioles and the Twins. And I think it was the Twins that won, right? Yeah. Could this be Cleveland? We're going to focus on this until we get somebody we know for sure over on the home team. So Cleveland, I mean, it could be Oakland. Trying to think of who else he played for. I know I said 43 teams, and I'm trying to remember who else he played for. Cleveland and the A's being the main ones. Let's go, just since Cleveland's in the playoffs, let's go with Les Gardiens. All right. Let's go pitcher. Maybe this will help if it's a no-hitter. Okay. Well, I think we know that. How did I not come up with the Yankees as well? That's embarrassing. And Dan Petrie. 2 perfect games. That's right. Not no hitters. 2 perfect games. That's impressive. He has caught as many as I have witnessed in person. 2 perfect games. Len Barker and Denny Martinez. Which Len Barker, Cleveland. See, I got that right. And Denny Martinez, obviously, he must have caught for the Expos at some point. But here, he's clearly catching for the Yankees, and I'm assuming that this is the Tigers. And we haven't used the Tigers yet, so we're going to go with the Tigers first because I hate the Yankees. All right. All right, so let's assume that this is the Yankees. Could Ricky be in this game? Let's go with left field. Just no. Ken Griffey, the senior. Okay, we know that this is the Yankees. Maybe Ricky was in center in this game. So we're gonna pick the tip tops. And then we're gonna go center field. Yes! That was all I wanted. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to get Ricky Henderson's name. I wanted to choose his name. Can I just play? Can I play this? I could play that one. I just want to see if I can. No, I can't even. Arr! All right. Well, we got it. See, we're toying with it even. We knew what it was and we put the wrong answer just so we could toy with it. There we go. All right. Honestly, I'm going to tell you that made my day being able to put Ricky's name, uncover Ricky's name. That legit made my day. Legit. June 22nd, 1985, Yankees. Ron Guidry stifles Detroit on national TV for final career shutout by Gene Gomes. 4-0. This is a Saturday, probably, national TV, unless maybe it's Monday Night Baseball when that was a thing. 4-0. Oh, I should have chose House of David. That's right. I got too excited on what I was doing. I got too excited that I could play around. This is probably a 3+ game, probably like 311. Oh, no, I hate 311. 310. 311, literally one of the worst bands ever, along with Sublime. 227, holy mother of all that's holy. It was a Saturday NBC game of the week. 227. Wow, that is quick. There we got Ricky took the call. He didn't even reach. Well, he might have reached base, but no walks, struck out. Still hitting 348. 1985. Let's see here. We got this guy in left. We got this guy, Simpsons cred in at first. We got Winnie, Baylor, Hassey, Randolph, Mike Pagliarulo, Bobby Meacham, and Ron Guidry. This is a Yankee team that I was a big fan of. This is when I was repping the Yanks because of one guy. Down here, Tom Brookins. There we go. We got Tram, we got Gibby, we got Parrish, Larry Herndon. Oh, nice. Barbaro Garby. I do not know who this dude is. Cuban. Didn't play very long. Played a lot that first year. Had a pretty good year, and then no. Not for you. I mean, that's an okay year for 86 games. He must have gotten hurt, I'm assuming. And then just went to Mexico. He's like, I'm out. Peace out. Alejandro Sanchez, I don't know. Marty Castillo, I don't know. Doug Flynn, I do know. And Dan Petrie. Look at that. 2 complete games. Guidry with the shutty. 6 strikeouts, only 4 walks, no, no, what am I saying? Walks. All right, I like it. 2-0. Has a Saber bio. You know, if they've got a Saber bio, I'm going to have to look because I already have the next 2 podcasts written, BT Dubs. We're just waiting on schedule with a guest. But nice. Okay. Always looking for topics of people I've never heard of. All right. Oh, this is a good one too. Nice and long. Did you write it? How did you know about that? Are you Doug Hill? Doug Hill, thank you for your work. I am going to be reading that. Because that... So, episode 300 that's coming up is our Seinfeld episode. It might be a 2-parter. It said it had one on his BR page. Oh, yeah, but it always has this, and if they don't have one, I think it just takes you to the main page, doesn't it? Well, here's what we can do. But thank you for that. Marty Castillo probably doesn't have one. Oh my God, I love Saber. I really do love Saber. And if you are not a member of Saber, I really suggest that you join. Oh, no, you are absolutely correct. Yeah. Ed Sixsmith. I've never heard of Ed Sixsmith. But yeah, there's nothing there. Ed Sixsmith. I am in love with this name already. Yeah, he doesn't have a bio. His one game where he went 0 for 2 as a catcher for the, is that the Phillies? That's just the Philadelphias. No, you're right. Thank you for that. That's a pro tip. Power user. Power user. All right, look at this. We are 5-0 so far this week. Can we keep this going? Hold on to your butts. Let's find out. 9 pass. Oh, did I just blow past that? Did I just blow past that? Sixsmith. Was he catching a knuckleball? Well, defense. What's his defensive war? 5 fastballs in 3 innings. Holy shit. So he probably started. All right, kid. Here's your chance. Go show us what you got. And 3 innings later, he's let 5. This is underhand pitching too, right? This is 1884. This is from a flat surface, underhand, can't break the wrist. Batter gets to call where the pitch goes. And he let 5 of those go by. And then they're like, you know what? Why don't you come have a seat? Where's his batting law? Oh, can we go to, I'm sorry, this is deep dive now. I want to know, did he start and they yanked him? I'm going to have to write a Saber bio about him. All right. Thank you for that. That is, overhand was legalized in 1884. Ooh, look at, you guys are so much smarter than I am. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Yeah. Let me know. I want to know more about that. All right, let's go on. Let's see if we can keep this clean sheet. Ooh. All right. We got Lou. I think it's Lou Sewell. I had a Sewell confusion was it at the beginning of this week, maybe, or last week? And then we've got, it's Mickey Cochran, right? Mickey Cochran, I believe. I don't want to be so wrong. I'm going to spill my coffee if I don't put the lid on it. All right. Do I remember who Mickey Cochran played for? I mean, that's a rhetorical question because, of course, I don't. Luke Sewell. I think I got Luke Sewell. YouTube's much better. Nice. Yeah, I'm doing it. I was trying to use Streamlabs to multi-stream, and that just did not work. So we're sticking with what we know. Just trying to get the Stream Deck to work. Too many updates all at once. Luke Sewell. I think we had another Sewell last week that I thought was Luke, but they was spelled differently, but it still threw me off, and I don't remember anything about it now. Mickey Cochran, I think is the Tigers, right? Let's try the Tigers now. No. All right, pitchers. We got Lefty Grove. We got another. Okay, now, do I remember who Lefty Grove played for? He played for the Red Sox, yes. How do I forget the A's? It's just, I swear. My wife's already picking out memory care facilities for me. And there is a history in my family of dementia and Alzheimer's. I couldn't even remember what they were called. There we go. July 25th, 1929. Fox and Grove lead resurgent A's. I almost said resurgent as. 21-3 rout by Jack Zerby. The Zerbs. All right. Well, 21-3, even though this was 1929, I'll bet you it was under 3 hours. I'll bet you. Yeah, so we had Lefty Grove was in the second game this week, and I guessed A's, and I mean, we got it eventually, but then I committed to memory on stream that he also played for the Red Sox as well as the A's. There we go. But Cochran, this is me. I cannot do these things sometimes. All right, 21-3. I'm going to go 2 hours and 57 minutes. I'm going to keep it under 3. I don't know. Let's see. It's going to be 2.5. 2 hours even for a 24-run, 35-hit, 3-error game, of which... Holy shit. Johnny Milgis pitched 3 innings, gave up 14 runs. Then Jimmy Zinn came in and said, I got it, bro. I'll pick you up. Gives up 7 over 5. And this is a 2-hour game. This has got to be just this is not exact. I guarantee it. They're like, we don't know. It's 2 hours. That's what it's got to be. All right, let's see who else would have helped us here for the A's especially. Max Bishop, possibly. I know that name. Mule Haas, I definitely know that name. I would not have remembered. I don't know if I would have. I know him, but I don't. Yeah, that wouldn't have helped. Mickey Cochran, obviously, I'm an idiot. Al Simmons would have helped. Double X would have helped. George Burns, I would have said Yankees. Bing Miller might have helped. Jimmy Dykes would have absolutely given it away. I don't know Joe Boley and Lefty Grove. I knew it was the A's or the Red Sox. So let's see. Double X hit 2 home runs. Mule hit 1. Lefty Grove hit 1. How many home runs did Lefty Grove hit in his career? Was that it? No. Oh, wow. He had some pop. 15 career home runs in 17 years. I see you, Lefty. Eddie Rommel comes in with the 3-inning save. Nice work, Eddie. Give Lefty a little rest. All right. Well, I'm happy with that. Look at that. 10 walks on 35. Is that what it was? I didn't even look at that. No, we didn't. Oh, 10 walks altogether. Actually, yeah, 10 walks altogether. Lefty gave up more walks than Cleveland did as a whole. What can I say? We're 6-0 this week. We are cruising. It's probably going to be hard on Friday, but we're cruising, man. 13-game hitting streak. We're half of the way to our record. How we got a 25-game hit streak, I have no idea. No idea. There's no way that game was 2 hours, though. That's just I don't know, put 2 hours down. No way. All right, Paul, thank you again for your game, putting us on your page. Appreciate it. Love this game. Love it. Come back on Friday. We'll do the final 3 of this week. Oh, I guess I got to write down who that was. We've had the A's the last 2 weeks. I like it. As long as it's not the current A's. And we got to uncover Ricky Henderson's name this week. We've only had that happen in one other game, and I didn't uncover his name. And it would have happened organically, too, because he was in center, not in left. And we always pick center. All right. Let's go do a walk-off. We nailed this on the first try last. We had a good day on Monday. Not going to lie. We nailed this on the first try. We went 3-0. Our grid score was 42. Exactly. All right. Oh, this one I feel like we're going to nail on roster, and then we're just looking at years. All right. So McGuire, Canseco, and Mike Moore. There's our 91. Sussed. 24. We did have Abraham Toro to start the season. I believe we had a Hogan Harris, and we had a Shea Langoliers. Still do. All right, 19, we've got Ramon. We had Foodie, Mark Canna. These are 2 of my all-time favorite athletics. Like, they're not, like, maybe not top 10, but I really like both these guys. I hope Canna catches on somewhere. And probably Fegs. Because it wasn't, DJ was definitely 207. We got Cupcakes and Dan Heron. I think that's it. I don't remember Fegs being on this roster, but he must have been. Because he wasn't on this roster, and he definitely probably wasn't. All right, we're going to send it. Check, 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 check. Hit the sound if it worked. Hit the sound. All right. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Throw the wheel up here of misspelled. The wheel of misspelled baseball team names. All right. Spin that bad boy. The Tigers. All right. See what we got. Let's see if we can do it. The Detroit Tigers. All right. Let's do 2024 because I'm not going to lie. Don't know a lot of people on the Tigers right now. Will Vest, probably. Spencer Torkelson, definitely. Bill Gullickson, no. Bill Gullickson's over there. The Grandy Man, probably 2019. Dan Petrie's over here. Boy, I don't know a lot of these names, or I haven't thought of them in a very long time. Craig Monroe, maybe? I'm trying to think if I saw these guys yesterday. I know Torkelson's there for sure. I believe this is... Will Vest might be here, though. No, because I think Will Vest pitched yesterday. I think he's actually still on the team, like Torkelson. And I think Craig Monroe's there. Brennan Hanafy. Boy, I'm not going to... Walt Terrell, I know, is a pitcher, but maybe there. Maybe he's old. I feel like Polanco's a little bit older. Maybe we'll switch him and Buck out. No clue. We're sending it. Well, we nailed the 91. I think it's Craig Monroe here. Taro would be 91. He was traded for Hojo. Oh, there you go. Hojo, you guys came up with Hojo on the grid on Monday, and that was a clutch, Paul. Brennan Hannafy. That name I remember, but I don't remember. I couldn't have told you he was on the Tigers. So what it is here is possibly we've got one name on each of these that switches over here. So let's go Harold Castro and Craig Monroe. And then we're going to go Hannafy and Joe Jimenez. We did. All I did is kind of shuffle them around. I think it's Grandy. Grandy's got to be here. Because, yeah, this was a 2, and then we put 2 new guys. Oh, I'm gonna fail this. This is the kind of stuff that fries my brain. I think Craig Monroe is here. And maybe Hannafy is there. Okay, it's progress. It's progress. Now, here's what we're going to do. Send it. All right, I think it's Harold Castro and Joe Jimenez. Nope. It's Buck Farmer and Craig Monroe. Nope. It's Curtis Granderson. Oh, my God, if it really is. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the dartboard here. All I'm doing. Throwing spaghetti at the dart. All right, just to end it. That was awful. That was awful. Look at all that. Okay. Well, we're not Tigers fans. You can clearly tell. Wow, that was not a good result. Matt Albertson's here. I am not Paul. My name is Jeff, but I appreciate it. It's like we're in gym class. I get called Paul all the time. I'm assuming you're calling me Paul and not one of these players. This is what we were going to do. I was going to go to the grid, but since you're here, watch this. Let's do a Phillies and see how bad I am at the Phillies in honor of Matt. Matt's got a podcast, too. He does some great Philadelphia history podcasts. So if you don't follow or listen to him, this would be your chance to do it. Oh, well, I thought you were being friendly to me. Yeah, Paul's here. We just kicked it on starting 9. We're 6-0 this week. We're running the table this week. Oh, and nobody reminded me to take the records down. Get that out of there. All right, let's do this for Phillies. Just see how bad I am. You can laugh at me. Let's start with 91. We got Ricky Jordan. He's going to be there. We got Bruce, 5 minutes for, well, it's 2 minutes for Ruffin. And Dale Murphy. Bam. Sussed. All right. Last year, probably Sir Anthony's there. We've got Nick Castellanos. Oh, too bad I'm not wearing my Nick Castellanos shirt. And maybe Nick Pivetta. This is Chooch, right, Jose? I believe that's Chooch. I forgot his nickname. I saw something. It is Ed 6. How long have you been here? How long have you been here? Because we were talking about who are we? We were talking about Ed Sixsmith earlier. Some Sixsmith earlier today. Ed, yeah, oh, that was you. Oh, you were on Twitch earlier. I got it. Chooch is Carlos Ruiz. Got it. Okay. Kyle Hendrick, I feel like he's pretty recent. We'll put Rowand over here. Yeah, I know. Rowan's there. A 2013 debut, so I'm going to guess he wasn't on the 2007 team. I know Juan Nicasio's name. I don't know much else about him. Let's just send it and see what we get. We know that this one is done. 2222222. I'm not going to tell you, it wasn't Ricky Jordan, but it's somebody that's very similar to Ricky Jordan in my mind and played for the Phillies. We had a guest on, former major leaguer, that was not himself when we talked to him. I'll put him that way. He was either in an altered state of mind or has just lost it. And we had to ditch the whole episode. Mark and I still make jokes about it. Not publicly, because we're not going to name him. But just he was a former Philly. I'll tell you this, he was a DH type that was so just making crazy statements that were like, thank you for joining us, and then immediately deleted it. Jose Ruiz is new. All right, we'll put him over here then, because I feel like Dominguez got traded last year or this year. So, well, no, don't give me all the answers. I'll take this. All right, Pavetta's 19, and Kendrick is 2007. All right, let's send that. Go. See, this is for you. Like when we did the A's first, just to prove I can do it. We did the A's, and I got it on the first try. All right, there we go. Let's do our grid because we've got baseball starting in 18 minutes. No, that's fine. I'm just giving you crap. We're here to have a good time, do some baseball. So the rules here with the grid, though, is you can suggest players, but if I would not have come up with them, and I know if I'm going to come up with them or not. Like last week, Hojo, I would have come up with Hojo eventually. I'll use it, but if it's Ed Sixsmith, I'm never going to come up with Ed Sixsmith, so I wouldn't use him. But we'll generally look him up and see his numbers. All right, so we got Blue Jays, Orioles, under 3 ERA. We got Twinkies, the Brewers, and the California Angels. All right, we're going to play regular grid today. No feud type items today. We've got a Ricky Square. That's good news. Le Ricky Square. Ooh, that's a high score for Ricky, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. No Mattingly Square. No Stu Square either. All right, let's do, this is going to be my hardest category easily. Under 3 ERA. The smart money here is to go with closers, right? Because they have a good year. Like we could put K-Rod here. We could put Raleigh here. And we could put Jeff Reardon here. That's the smart money. I'm not intelligent, but we're going to kind of do that anyway. We're going to go with Jeff Reardon here. I had we could do some other people there. I mean, it's too late now. too late. Raleigh, I'm guessing, had a minus. Well, yeah, he had a good, yeah. Raleigh. I have someone for all 5 of those teams. Oh, okay. First of all, check it. Make sure you do. If you do, we're going to play a game where we're going to try and figure it out. Jeff Bearden. Yep. Good, solid beard. Ooh, wow. Ricky and Raleigh are some. Oh, wait. Now that's going to trigger something I got to show. And I have told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again in case you weren't here when I told it, because I never know who listens. Where is it? Give me a minute, because you will see this picture and you'll be like, whoa, that's pretty cool. I just gotta find it. I don't think this is the folder. That's not the folder. What if we do this? What if we go Raleigh? No. Where is it? I want to show you guys. I promise you, it is totally worth the wait. I that's all I can tell you. It's worth the wait. And it's topical. It is entertaining. It is Hall of Fame related. It's Simpsons related. And of course I can't find it. We might have to wait until Friday. I've got some things planned for Friday too. Friday's kind of our do some other things as well day. Oh boy, this will be embarrassing. This isn't what I was looking for. This is me taking BP at the Coliseum.
Let's go, Jeff.
And I could not time this machine. Not good work. There's a swing and a miss.
There's your warm-up. There's your warm-up.
Swing and a miss.
No more warm-ups.
Hey, fouled one off. This is my buddy taking the picture, and this is my other buddy playing third. I'm out. There's one out. Man, I was not on this day.
There it is.
That was a pop-up. Barely got out of the infield. I think that might have been the best contact. Nope, there ripped one down the third baseline. Foul. Swing and a miss.
Come on, make it count.
This is not pretty. I mean, this was not a fast machine either.
Oh, you got to pass Richard.
Reardon Lee Smith. He's no okay. I think I would take Lee Smith. Oh
yeah.
It's an awful swing if you look at the results, but thank you. It almost did. Like, it literally almost did. There's a good rip. That's a double. I'll take it. One more miss. I think I missed this one too. Oh, no, it's okay. I'll take it. All right, let's get back to this. A's. We could do K-Rod here. Who else has been some closers for the Angels? Houston Street. Oh, yeah, we got to do Houston Street. All right, we got to do it. Got to do it. All right, now let's have some fun. Let's do some teams. All 5 teams. Do we have confirmation? Walter Johnson. There's a good one. Do we have confirmation on those all 5 teams for one player here? Matt Stair? No, I don't think Matt Stair's play. LaTroy Hawkins? Maybe? Brian Harvey. Oh, that's a good closer. Oh, I mean, I like Houston Street because he was Rookie of the Year with the A's, but that's a good call. Not the best color man in the game. There you go. Don Ossie. I know Don Ossie played for the Orioles. I don't know who else he played for. Don Ossie. Boy, did Don Ossie ever pitch to Bruce Bochy? LaTroy, I got it. I got it right. Nice. I won't tell my LaTroy Hawkins story. I think I've told it like 8 million times. I won't tell it. Unless somebody in chat tells me they want to hear it because they might not have heard it. It's not that great, but it's there. All right. Let's name some Orioles. Let's just go down here. Roberto is off the table, of course, because fuck him. All right. Behind the plate, we got Mickey Tettleton. Fruit Loops. I think we used him last grid. We've got Don Ossie, Boog Powell, Javi Lopez. He caught for the O's for a little bit. We got Rafael Palmeiro. You're like, I'll hear the LaTroy story. All right. I was interning at the TV station in Salt Lake. Must have been 94, 95. And this was when they were the Salt Lake Buzz, the AAA affiliate of the Twins. And LaTroy was their first round draft pick, I think. Let's look it up. Was he first round? He was certainly being treated like he was a first round draft pick. 7th round. Get out of town. From Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, or Rome. Just imagine I'm Ron Howard singing that in my first ever on-screen appearance. Before he was Opie, he was Winston, I think, from the Music Man, with a lisp. Gary, Indiana, and the Wells Fargo. Okay, don't get me started on Music Man because we'll be here forever. For some reason, they brought a 7th round draft pick to this AAA game as soon as they drafted him. And the one thing he wanted was to meet Karl Malone, the mailman, who at that point we didn't know the things we know now about Karl Malone. But same with John Stockton. He and John Stockton were huge in Salt Lake City. Like, they were huge. Now they're both just pieces of trash. But he wanted to meet Karl Malone, and so they brought Karl Malone up to the press box to meet him. I don't know how LaTroy Hawkins had that poll, but I told you it wasn't a great story. Rick Dempsey from Minnesota and Baltimore. See, I would have never come up with Rick Dempsey for the Twins, but that's a good poll. Used to wear just the hat, not the helmet under his mask. One of the last guys to do that. Let's see here. I was at first base. Sam Horn. Who's rich because of Sam Horn? Tom Zachary. See, I don't know who Tom Zachary is. Tom Zachary. Another solid story. Everyday Eddie Gordato. I was the last person to do an interview with him before he got called up for the first time. And then he pitched every day after that. Let's see. Orioles. We got Jonathan Scope. Maybe a little bit too recent. Billy Ripken, his bat knob. Did Cal Ripken play for any of these other teams? I don't remember. Brady Anderson. Ooh, can't work him in. Sabrina the Teenage Witch Star. Let's see. Who else can we name on the Orioles? Sammy Sosa. Miguel Tejada. I don't know that Miggy played for any of these other teams. Pete Incaviglia? Did he? I didn't remember him playing for the O's. Did he play for the Brewers too? Scope would work for Minnesota. Okay. Pete Incaviglia. I don't remember him with the Orioles, but I only remember Pete Incaviglia though with the Rangers. if I'm being honest. Fred Lynn, Reggie Jackson. Oh my God, Reggie. That's a good pull. That's Rick Shue. Okay, well now you've hit me where it hurts. Rick Shue won't work for any of those others. All right. The greatest baseball card in the history of baseball cards. Thank you, Matt. Now I got to pull up that card. This is just, I mean, beyond Rickey Henderson cards, right? Because Rickey Henderson cards are always going to be awesome. Where is Rick Shue? Rick really, really big shoe. Rick really, really big shoe. I got to organize this stuff better because I have all these things and I having a hard time finding them. Rick Shue. Yes, this is possibly like my mostest favorite baseball card ever. This is just the epitome of a baseball player. The Phillies jersey, top notch. Zippers. We got the baseball P. I don't know what this color is called. You'll probably know. I love this color. I love these uniforms. He's got the flip down sunglasses. He has got a mustache. He needs some eye black on here. Yeah, that face. Yeah, the ripped knee. Yeah, I'm not even there yet. And I mean, that's a big glove, I'm not going to lie, for a third baseman. But look, he's got in Sharpie, he's got his name written on his glove. Now it's embroidered. He's just like, this is my glove. Shoe. He's dirty. He's got real stirrups. And yeah, this ripped knee is this is just the epitome of a baseball card. I love this card. He's got some cabbage flowing here. Probably got a mullet under here. This is top notch. This is the best card ever. It's just my favorite. I love Rick Shue because of this card. Phillies maroon. That is just, and look, he's got the sleeves are cut off here. Yeah, I know. I know, right? Hey, Schmitty, why don't you come over here? We got Rick Shue now. Well, I mean, this is also the team that traded for Von Hayes. So, you know, there were some questionable moves around this time. Old 5-for-1. But this is my story about cut-off sleeves. So I grew up, you know, this is my time. The 80s, early 90s is when I got into baseball. And so this is still what I think cool baseball looks like. This is how, when I play on the weekends, how I wear my uniform. I wear real stirrups sometimes, not going to lie, sometimes. I wear my pants here so you can see my stirrups. I wear sleeves like this, generally that are cut off. And I do that because of the A's, Ricky, Stu, they all did that, right? And at fantasy camp, I definitely did that. And my friend that I made at fantasy camp that from here that I still talk to all the time is on my team. He's younger than I am, quite a bit younger. And so like my Franklin batting gloves, I wear Franklin batting gloves because that's what people wore at that time. And I still love them. And he's like, I would never wear Franklin batting gloves. They're like, I think of Franklin, I think of kids' toy gloves because that's where he grew up. Just like me wearing cut off sleeves. He's like, no, they're you can buy them. You know, they look nice now. But I wear cut off sleeves because that's what my guys did. But it's illegal to wear cut off sleeves in the big leagues now. You have to have them. It's illegal. It's in the book somehow. This is the tangents that I do, by the way, on this stream. All right. That's just a great call. I love Rick Shue. All right. Let's think of some pitchers that aren't Jim Palmer. Eric Bedard. Did Eric Bedard play for the Twins? I don't know. Ben McDonald. Ooh, would McDonald work here? I think he would, right? I think Ben McDonald will work here. And does Juan Berenguer work here? Did Berenguer play for the... Did Senor Smoke, who I can't use my... I can't do the alert for? Senor Smoke and Ben McDonald. Do those work here? Kenny Lofton doesn't work on any of these. Julio Franco doesn't work on any of these. McDonald would work there. All right, we're going to do Ben McDonald. Nice. All right. For the Blue Jays here, or does Juan Berenguer work there? LaTroy would work here. Senor Smoke did not play for Baltimore. Did he play for Toronto though? I just don't know. I think he might have played for Milwaukee too. But obviously we know Senor Smoke we know Senor Smoke played for Minnesota most of all. Matt Stairs. I'm not sure if Matt Stairs played for either of these teams. One of the few teams. He did play. All right. Well, then we're going to do this. We're going to do Juan Berenguer. Il Gasolino. Great picture. Like from the Zapruder film. Look at that. This picture of Ricky is from like 1982, and it's sharper than Juan Berenguer's from 1988 or 87. All right. Oh, this is Dave Parker, Blue Jays, right? That was when he went. He was like in the World Series for like 13 years in a row with different teams. Dave Parker was on the Blue Jays. I know Winfield was. I think I'm going to hold off there. I'm not sure Don Baylor or Dave Parker was on the Blue Jays. Okay, he was. All right. Brian, did you put Cobra in there before I came up with him? Because I didn't see it. Legit didn't see it if you did. Molly's like, yeah. So our rule is we try not to get number ones. Except for sometimes we'll play the feud version where all we're trying to do is get number ones. That's usually on Friday. We try to come up with the number ones. Here we try to come up with guys from the 80s and 90s or guys that are big on our show first. And then we just try not to get number ones. All right, so we got Orioles and Twins. Let's think of some Twins. We got Dan Gladden, Tom Brunansky, Alex Cole. Obviously, Puck's not going to work there. We could use Scott Erickson, but he's kind of on the dental. He's kind of a dental guy right now, so we're probably not going to use him. Let's see. Herbie only played for the Twins. Steiny only played for the Twins and the A's. Brian Harper, don't believe played for the Orioles. Scope, yeah, Scope's a little bit too recent though. I want to come up with somebody from the 80s or 90s. Nobby, Mike Pagliarulo, my other third baseman. Would I have come up with? I would have come up with the Twins. All right, we'll do it. Just because I do love me some Mike Pagliarulo. We beat Wednesday's score. That's a 37.1. Wow, tough grid today, apparently. No number ones. There's Molly. Molly's number one on a couple of those. favorite Jamaican with Chili Davis right there. Reggie Nolan. We're going to look at something about Nolan on Friday that I did not know. Corbin Burns, see, that's way too recent. Nelly, Santana, I thought of. But we're never going to use that in CC. The hardest one, wow. Look at this little cluster here. This was hard. The Angels and the Winfield would have worked there too. But we had to go with Ricky. But Winnie would have worked there. Parker would have worked there as well. Who else might have? Well, I mean, I guess we can always just do this, eh? I'm Canadian. Ricky comes up first there. Devo, Winnie, Troy Glaus, and Vernon Wells. All right. Let's see. Most games. Rance Mullenix as well. Groobs. You can still find copies of his autobiography should you want to read Kelly Gruber's autobiography. Pat Borders, I learned, won a gold medal for the United States. I did not know that. I just learned that yesterday or the day before. 17 years. He hated Ricky, but he's a good catcher. All right. That is the grid for today. I think we had a good day again. We didn't do so well in the starting nine or the daily walk-off once we left the A's. I was going to say, you do the Mariners. I bet you I'd kill it on the Mariners. But, yeah, that was it. Thank you very much for watching. I'm assuming we're talking about a PAG's 1988 Tops podcast. I've probably listened to it. I think I've listened to most of theirs, if not all. By the way, maybe on Friday, I'll make a list of my favorite third basemen. Let's do that. Let's do some homework, guys. Let's go ahead. Everybody can come back on Friday. First of all, I know we'll go play. Come back on Friday with a list of your top 5 favorite third basemen. They don't have to be good. They're just the guys that you like. I'm going to have Carney Lansford at the top. I'm going to have Mike Pagliarulo. I'm going to have Rick Shue. I'm going to have Eric Chavez. And then who's going to be the 5th one? Going to have to come and watch to find out because I'm going to have to think about it. You can see most of those play for the A's, but some of them did not. All right. That'll be it, though, guys. Thanks a lot. I didn't get emotional at the end of this one. My dog did get groomed yesterday by a new groomer. He was... Okay, now I might get emotional because when I took him in and his usual groomer wasn't there, he started to get really nervous and was shaking, and it felt so awful. I know. We'll go. Do you want to show them your haircut? Here's his new do. He's growling because the big dog is... There you go, Bobo. This is Poe Dameron. That's General Grievous, and Ahsoka Tano's around. Here comes Ahsoka Tano. Here comes Ahsoka Tano. Oh, she got headed off. We got the whole crew here. He's all the way over there. All right. Thanks for joining us. Stay hydrated. Be good. Go watch some baseball, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.